Hello and welcome to the video version of my journal. I'm Stephanie Rivers. If you're looking at this, then the rapture did not happen on May 21st as predicted by Christian evangelist Harold Camping. But if all the recent reports of marital infidelity are forewarnings, Camping might be on to something. What makes a married man think that he can have unprotected sex with the maid, get her pregnant at the same time as his wife? They deliver the babies a week apart and nobody will ever find out about him, the maid, or the baby he fathered. Most men don't think any further into the future than their next meal, so that explains his lack of discretion, however inexcusable. And speaking of inexcusable, I've come to the sad reality that most men, and I qualify that by saying most, will do anything if they think they will get away with it, and that includes sexing an in-law, a neighbor, or a family trustee for a few minutes of pleasure. Okay, maybe 1 minute, lest I give them too much credit, no matter how much pain it might cause all the people around them. It only took one episode of Datelines to catch a predator for me to come to that conclusion. You might think that because the married man has more to lose, like his entire family and half of his assets, that he wouldn't put himself in such a compromising position, but here we are. When I'm puzzled about a man's behavior, as I so often am, I turn to someone who might be able to shed some light on said behavior, which happens to be another man who at that rare moment in time is synced up enough with me, so I ask him to explain it to me as much as he is able to. And here's what I was able to glean. Men have an insatiable desire to be needed. Give them a choice between an educated, self-sufficient woman who has the means to pay her own way, or an uneducated bum-squeeter with a bunch of children who needs more financial assistance than a college student without a scholarship, and he'll choose the person who strokes his ego. In most cases, it'll be the latter. Or if he doesn't have to choose, he won't. He'll play both ends while he hangs out in the uncommitted middle. But enough about men. What about this maid, for who all intents and purposes was a part of the family, even lived in the family's home? The maid who day in and day out looked the wife in her face, took her money, and was having sex with her husband. I'm sure it happened more than once, as if once wasn't bad enough. But how could such a trusted member of the inner circle be a part of such betrayal? Did she take the job with this motive in mind? Did she expect to hide the true paternity of her son forever? Or did she keep quiet because all of the money that she was getting, including the loan she got to purchase her own home once she moved out of the family home? Apparently the lady of the house underestimated the maid's allure, her husband's morals, and both of their reverence for everyone involved. When will men realize that, contrary to man's law, all sex ain't good sex, especially if the fantasy will destroy your reality? They'll probably learn that when the rapture really happens, and by that time it'll be too late. To find out more about the things that I care about, go to the written version of my journal. It's at eurweb.com. Thanks and have a super day.